Yes, hello everybody, welcome back to Tomorrow Football Hub. The aftermath of the Arsenal versus PSG UCL final, where Arsenal lost on penalties 4-3 after going 120 minutes with PSG having scored each one goal each. And wow. I've not had a good sleep, I would not lie to you. I even lost some sleep towards the night, but I had to cut off everything, social media, anything. I didn't want to listen to anything because you know how it is, especially when your team loses, and it's so gutted to that. There's that gut feeling. You're so gutted when you lose on penalties because any team can win that time. But fair play to PSG. One thing I would say, they are the best team in Europe in terms of their attack, their transitions, their style of play, even their defensive work. They are the best team. I won't lie about that. Arsenal, you have tried. You're still coming up. And I've just looked at their previous records in the UCL. The last five seasons, they had gone out in the round of 16, round of 8, and except for last season where they won, and this season they have won back to back. So it's a rite of passage. But first of all, let's talk about the game. One thing I would say is I'm very proud of this team, how we set up, how Arteta lined up that team, because once I saw the lineup, I was a bit hesitant. I was like, wow, this is very bold for Arteta. Having Mosquera on the right back, Nkapia on left back, Miles Lewis-Skelly on the mid, that was quite bold because I expected maybe Timber to start on the right back, even though he doesn't have much fitness, so it was explainable, it was understandable. Nkapia probably, I think he goes is better tactically when it comes to tackling than Calafiori, probably that's why. But Miles Lewis-Skelly, I thought maybe he was going to bring in Zubimendi because of defensive work, but also Zubimendi doesn't offer much in attack, so I think especially when it comes to transitions, he's not that bold as Miles Lewis-Skelly. And you could see that in the first half, Miles Lewis-Skelly had an excellent game, and he could carry the ball so well. He could take those risky passes, and something that Zubimendi will not do. On the front, having Havertz, I think it was we expected that because he's much better when it comes to attacking and linking up play than Gyökeres. Well, Gyökeres, he relies on having assistance. He cannot be able to carry the ball and just go and score. He's not that kind of striker. But Havertz, he can take advantage, and actually he knows how to place himself better as a striker. So the setup was okay because we got that early goal, and I will say I never expected that goal. Actually got me by surprise. I was like, has this really going on? Actually, because from where I was watching, you could not see that ball. He hit it so quickly and so fast. We could only see him celebrating, and that's when we knew he had scored. So we never expected that goal. And I would say maybe that goal probably could have actually maybe costed us the game in a way, because if maybe Arsenal scored first, they could have tried to play much better than when we score. Something that I've observed in most of the games. It's something that we are slowly the team is trying to improve on. But sometimes when you have taken so many seasons to get over the line, you always have that comfort feeling. You just want to hold on to that lead. And maybe we thought we could have held on to that lead all the way up to the 90th minute, except Mosquera did the thing. And back again to Mosquera. Actually, he's a very good player, but right back is not his position. Naturally, he's not a right back. He's a center back, and I think that's why. And especially when he faces players who are tactically better than him, he always struggles. And actually, we had the hint of it in the first half when he faced Mendes, and Mendes had got through him and almost could have caused a goal. And in the second half, I expected maybe Arteta to bring on Timber, even though maybe he waited until the 70th minute, but on the 66th minute or 65th minute, Mosquera gave away a poor penalty, because there's no way you can tackle a player like that. Yes, Kvaratskhelia is good, but come on. Tackling from behind, when he's past you, Don't try unless you're very sure, and it was just stupid of him. But anyway, they got the goal, and the match became quite difficult because now they got the confidence. Because before that, we were really frustrated PSG, and they could have gotten even another goal. But fair play to Arsenal, fair play to PSG. They won on penalties. There's no match. Even the biggest teams will lose on penalties. There's no one who will come and tell me here that Arsenal are very poor. You deserve to lose that game. No way. Even PSG themselves, even the coach, the post-match comment from the coach, he says both teams deserve to win that game. or win the UCL. But he said he won he felt his team could have deserved to win the EPL because of how they've been playing the previous games. You see, so he knew that game was not that easy. So anyone to come here who will come here and just tell me that Arsenal deserve to lose that game, come on, you don't know you don't know football. You don't know what you were watching yesterday. Yes, you will come and probably tell me about the possession. Arsenal had 28%, PSG almost 80 or 70 something percent. But you know, that doesn't matter. It's what you do with the ball in the opponent's box. Yes, I know fans want to be entertained, but come on, if your team is not that good, you have to accept and just work with what you have, and that's what Arsenal did. Mikel Arteta knew that, and PSG are so good at that, and that's something probably now in the coming seasons, Arteta has to now get the players who can try and compete like that, because it's not easy. You see Bayern, who are so good, what the PSG did to them. You go attack them, but come on. What Zika has achieved in that team is not easy. It's not easy at all. Yeah. So what this means for Arsenal, one thing is there are lessons you have taken, because losing on penalties is a gutting feeling. And someone like Eze, he needs to do better, especially when it comes to penalties. He's a very good penalty taker, but nerves creep in, especially in such moments. Gabriel Magalhaes, one thing I'll put my hats off to him. Someone like Thierry Henry said that any player who makes up that decision or that mind that he's going to take the penalty, much respect to him, because it's not easy. That moment, the whole world is watching. Remember, that game was being watched, the only game being played all over the world. I was watching that match. The who's and who's, the coaches, the legendary coaches, the legendary players, all are watching that match. So it was not an easy game. And him decided to take the penalty. Come on, hats off to him. And you could see once he lost, even McQueen, his former Brazilian player, came to him and just put an words of encouragement to him, because he knows he's a huge player, he's a huge figure, and he will lead them in the World Cup. So it's a lesson he learns, and defenders are not good at penalties. So even Mendes of PSG, his penalty was saved by Raya. So defenders are not that good. But him decided to take that penalty. It's okay, fair play to him. Next time now he'll know what to do better. And it's a lesson curve, because it's like a rite of passage. Chelsea lost against Manchester United, John Terry missing, another defender, in 2002-08 season. Manchester City lost against Chelsea, and they went on to win. Chelsea, after they lost to Manchester United, they went on to win against Bayern. PSG also have lost in previous campaigns. So many frustration. Even when they had Mbappe, Messi, Neymar, they lost, but now they came back and won. The same case, Arsenal, I felt, is just a rite of passage. You have lost yesterday against PSG. You are going to come back again and win against whoever will find there, because I think that drive will always be there. Players will always be there, and the good thing right now, we are going to attract more players because we have won the Premier League. The money is there, so I think the team is going to be better. Unlike the 2006 season when Arsenal lost against Barcelona, and that time, because they had to try and cut off some players so that they can be able to maintain the books of accounts. Right now, the money is there, so I think you're just going to bring in better players, and the coach is still there, so stability will still be there. So I think Arteta is the man for the job. So any team that, or any fan who thinks Arsenal is just going to go down after this, you are very mistaken. Watch out this space, because I believe Arsenal is going to dominate, but it's all upon how they approach the summer after the World Cup and how they recruit. That is the key for them, because experience now the team has learned from being knocked out in the quarterfinals, semi-finals, and now in the finals. So the next one, I think, is we are going to win the UCL. Yeah. Apart from that, I think that's something we have learned, and yeah, I was very nervous in that game. I won't lie, even when you scored, because I knew PSG, the quality, and that's something that I think Arteta has to look at, because when you have such quality against PSG, or you have such quality from PSG, you need now to match quality with quality, so that to reduce all these nerves. Even though any big game will have all the nerves, but at least to match. I'm a bit disappointed because Eze, Madueke, and Nelly, when they came in the second half, I thought they were going to do better, because they had better substitutes than PSG. PSG removed Dembele, Kvaratskhelia, Marquinhos, Vitinha, and the people who they replaced, yes, they have got good quality, but I don't think they match the quality that Arsenal brought in. Madueke could have hurt PSG, we could have gotten a penalty, but the ref could not hear any of it. Even Vieira could not have intervened, because it was not clear and obvious. But if they could have intervened, I think probably there was something there, but not much complaint. It was 50-50. So I think that's the only thing I'll be disappointed with Arsenal, because we could have had really bad PSG, but we never did that. Yeah, I think that's it for the game. We look now forward to next season, but we have the World Cup coming. That's a good thing. We are not going to be hurt so much, even though yes, it hurt me, but because it's penalties, I understand any team can win it. Even PSG, I think before the game, everyone was saying Arsenal is going to be battered by PSG. You guys don't know football. I knew you guys don't know football. With our player setup, I don't think you know how, because someone like Kvaratskhelia was completely nullified. You could not see him except that when he got that penalty, but he was not being seen. Do the same case. Even Dembele, I always wonder what was the Dembele doing. Dembele could not get the ball because somehow we have a beast called Hinkapia. He always tracing back on him. Same case with Rice, because that's the good how good Arsenal are off the ball work. They were just following up with him, and we could not give them the space. So, and that's what you require to beat PSG. So I don't think what I can say anything about that game, but yeah, it's a hurting feeling, but at least it's going to be over after 2 days. We wait for the World Cup, and yeah, we look forward to next season. In other news, Ancelotti has been sacked by Liverpool. I think by now all of you have known that, but I think Ancelotti did not have a plan for Liverpool, to be honest, because he inherited Jurgen Klopp's team, and he won the Premier League with them. But after that, I think he could not. I think it's just maybe it's the personality. He's not that kind of a big team coach. Someone like Jurgen Klopp, Pep Guardiola, Mourinho, who else? There are those coaches who command respect, they have done something in the past. Probably he could not get that from Liverpool, and that's why he had maybe that fall off with Mohamed Salah. Even though he has left, he made very damaging remarks before he left, and probably that maybe got to the Liverpool board, because maybe they asked him after the season, because he was given a lot of money, almost 300 million. It was the start of the season. You can imagine he brought in Alexander Isaac for a staggering 150 million euros. That's not easy money, and yes, despite his injuries, but he could have done better with him. He brought in someone like what was the name? There are 3 more players that he brought in. One from Bayer Leverkusen, the other one from I think Dortmund, and it never got even any cup, nothing to show for it. So I think they realized if we continue like this, we are going to even stagger off in the coming season. So maybe that's why they parted ways. We never maybe had that plan on what is going to do next. Because Liverpool is a big club. It's not a small club, and they have those expectations with their fans, with the media, and with the board also. So fair play. If this is the best time to let our coach go, so that we can recruit early, and let the coach have time for the pre-season with the players that are left there. So yeah, we wait and see. And here Andrea Iraola, the former Bournemouth coach who left actually this season, is the one who is suited for that position, and I think that's going to be dangerous because he's a very good coach. How he set up Bournemouth were just so entertaining. They are relentless. They play you. They don't care who you are. They will play their best game. That's something I would wish to see in Arsenal. Even though I don't want to us lose that defensive capability, because it's crucial to win trophies and competitions. So I think if it comes to Liverpool, we're going to see the old Liverpool back. He's going to really push them hard. Yeah, and the good thing next season, I'm just looking forward to it, because Manchester City will have a new coach. Liverpool will have a new coach. Chelsea already have a new coach. Manchester United, we can say, is a bit new, even though he took over towards the middle of the season. So I think it's the best season for Arsenal and Mikel Arteta, because he has the experience. He'll be the most experienced manager then. So he will not have the likes of Pep all over him. And I think it's going to be a best season for him, because if we recruit well, I think next season we can win the Premier League 5 games before the end of the season. So we look forward to that, and yeah, it's a huge time for being an Arsenal fan, and also any other football fan, because I think Manchester United will be back, Chelsea will be back, especially Chelsea, because they don't have any. They only have Premier League, Carabao, and FA Cups. Who else? Tottenham are also going to, because I know that their coach is not easy. He was at Brighton and he did some good work. So it's not going to be an easy season, but with the grit we have, I think we are going to do something from it. But right now, we just look forward to World Cup, and it's a huge 1 month to go for the World Cup. So yeah, at least we are going to forget about all these stories about the UCL and whatever happens in the season, and just now focus on the World Cup. Yeah. So please like, share, and subscribe, and see you in the next video.